Hey guys, Chris again with Gotta Be Outdoors. This is the last weekend before opening day, so we're going to head out to the two different locations that I usually have equipment set up at, the tree stand and where I usually put out my blind. I'm going to put the blind out today, set it up, do a little light scouting, and also try to get out to the tree stand. Where the tree stand is located, the ODNR and the farmers have not yet mowed down any of the fields, so I'm not sure how easy it's going to be to get back in there to where the stand is. None of the paths, none of the trails have been mowed down that I have seen on film yet, so I may have to go through with a machete and a couple of clippers and see if we can make our own path back there to it. But I'll keep you informed, and hopefully we'll get everything set up straight. I'm going to do a little light shooting today, and going to show you guys my new fletchings and see what you think. So we'll get back to you here in just a little bit. See you soon. Well, guys, we're here at the location where the tree stand is. As you guys can see, this is pretty thick. I mean, these weeds are all the way up to my hips. So, but we're gonna head on in and see if we can make it all the way to the back. Oh. Pretty thick. I don't think we're gonna go down the tree line. I mean, I prefer the tree line, but let's take a look here, see what it looks like. That puts us right against the foliage, which is thicker. Alright, so we're gonna go field hop and see if we can't pick a area that, the good thing is now I can now clearly see why I haven't had any hunters on camera down here yet, because everything is so thick. Alright, here's a shot to my Gen Z, guys. I'm going to be the he who walks behind the rows of corn. Now seriously, if I see a group of kids carrying sickles, I'm out. Actually, I've got my pistol. I'll probably put them all down. Alright. Man. I don't know if you guys can see this on the video, but I am walking through what looks like to be bedded areas. I feel like I should have stretched for this one. The old hamstrings are getting a workout. Just have to go slow and easy. So, for opening day here, this is definitely one, because of how thick this is. There's no way I would walk in here in the pitch black. You talk about an accident waiting to happen here. But you can clearly see where the deer have come through and have bedded in. Yeah. Let me see what this looks like through here. Might find a field edge path that's a little easier. Yeah. I just bumped a deer. Took off running the other way. Yeah, These guys are bedding down in here. Unfortunately, both sides of these fields are plowed, planted. And it looks like 8 foot tall. Alright, well, we're going to keep on going. I'll catch you guys up here in a few. Look at this, guys. Just tons of tracks. I mean, just a freaking trail of tracks and bedding options. Some of them. See the size of that one. Yeah, we got some buck activity. I see some doe tracks. And there's some big boys in here. Look at this mud track right here. Mosquitoes are bad though. Alright, so we're here at the end. Right here in this corner. And my tree stands up here to the left. And there's a camera that's set up in here too. But, well, I'll take you guys with me around the corner here. Give me a second here. I'm going to get up in the vest. These damn mosquitoes. Oh. Alright. Getting eaten alive now. This is not the best idea without mosquito repellent on. Alright, so I see my camera. It's all clear. I even see my eyeballs getting beat up. But I see my camera here. And right behind there is the tree stand. Let's go take a look. This is where I get most of my deer activity on the cameras, right here in this little area. Because see, here's a trail, a pathway. Alright. Okay. Stand looks good. So we're going to go check and make sure that having to walk through thorns. Alright. Did have a tree or something fall here. There. Oh. Let's see how the ladder does. Oh. Alright, solid. Yeah. I'm shaking it and I'm not getting anything. Alright. Oh, it's covered with mosquitoes though. Yeah. Alright, bow hook's still up there. All the straps are good and tight and solid. Oh, this thing don't move hardly at all. You gotta really move the shit out of it to make it do anything. There. Well. Okay. Well, that's good. Alright. But Lord, the mosquitoes are something fierce out here right now. Alright, so we can get here. We can go in that way. That's the way we came in. Through there. Last year, that group of trees on the other side, my daughter hunted here in the stand. I hunted on the other side in those trees. I cut myself out a spot there and hung a seat on the base of the tree lines inside the shrubs. If you guys don't have a hunting blind, just take your little fold up or strap on seat for the tree trunk, and like here, you could literally just sit there and cut your own blind in and out. Alright, so we have made sure that the stand is solid. It is there. It is locked in. Yeah. Alright. I know everybody keeps telling me that stand's not really high. You're right, it's not on purpose. There's a fork in the tree right there, and it kind of helps shade from the back side. But also, I'm not one of those guys that likes to be way up in the air. I saw a video one time online where somebody was like 40 feet in the air, and it's like, nope, I don't need to be that high. Deer usually don't see anything over 8 foot in the air anyways, unless you're on a ridge or silhouetted, and that's why I put that there. And then nook, that fork is, it really helps the silhouetting. Now over here, this other side of this cornfield, but over here is a bedding area that they're in those woods. I'm not going to walk in there right now because they're probably in there listening to me, looking at me, and I'm not in the stand being quiet for that reason. I don't mind if they want to jump now, they can, but you can also see, if you look down here, you see where they've been walking through, and they've probably been bedding in the corn, if I had to guess. But let's make our way out and see if we can't find our way over to the range. Alright. I'm just glad everything's okay. So I got actually 2 different entrances here on the back side. Also, if you look back here on that tree, you see the fork has 3 forks right there. So when the deer come out of this bedding area in the back, they're looking towards those 3 forked areas. So if you're sitting on that side and they feel okay, they'll walk right through that trail and walk right past you, going from one field to the next. And as they pass you by, I'm 12 to 13 feet in the air. I'm drawing back. And in my opinion, that sets up a really beautiful quartering away shot. I mean, it just works so good if you can get it. My only issue that I've had hunting on these public lands is, oh, we're going to go this way. Looks like a nice wide opening. This may be the new route in. So let's go through here and see, because, oh yeah, they've been in here and they've grazed all this down. Huh. Alright. Alright. Well, we're heading out. I'll catch you guys up in a little bit. Well, you guys missed it. About 5 minutes after I turned the camera off, I was kind of slowly going through and looking at the tracks and scat. And we definitely got some scat on the ground, lots of tracks. But jumped a buck, nice buck. Seen his rack and his butt, that's about it. He was literally just on the edge of the cornfield, inside the tree line. This tree line is about 30 to 40 yards thick, so nice little spot for him. But I jumped him up. He was right on the edge. I seen his rack pop up in the air, and then I seen his tail bouncing. He took off to the other field that I walked through to begin with. So, but oh, this is filled with sign here. I got my daughters coming back to hunt and hopefully her friend's going to join her. So this, with the correct wind, I think this is going to be our spot this year for the easier ones. I'm still going to put my blind up where I normally do. I've got plenty of does and bucks running through there too, but I've also had hunters in there. But I haven't had anybody back here, and probably because it's a thick jungle to get into. Of course, you know, all that can change. As soon as opening day hits, the gloves are off, so to speak. But we're about 120 yards from being back to the Jeep, so I'm going to get back up there and get this battery plugged back in, and then head over to the range. I'll catch you guys up here in a minute. Well, guys, that's the first leg of our journey. Made it back. What we did is we quite literally went down one side of the tree line to the back, and then we came out over here on this side of the tree line. Oh, man, I am freaking tired. But anyways, we're gonna head over to the range, shoot a few, and maybe get to show you my new fletchings. Stay tuned, we'll be right back. Alright guys, we're here at the archery range. You can see it back there behind me. This is their standard range. There's your shooting line. Interesting about this place is across the street they actually have a walking range, like a 3D range. It's actually kind of fun. Gotta get that thing adjusted. The reason I'm here today, even though I shot last week, I noticed after doing my video that the noise that my bow is bringing out is, well, pretty loud. So I kind of did a little work on it and figured out that the quiver was actually hitting against the back of the rest on the opposite side of the bow that the arrow sits in. So a little vibration was going on with it, and it was pretty loud. I created my own spacers for the bow and the quiver, and also realized that, like I had stated in the last video, that I had fletching that was popping off. So we went ahead and did some refletching. Went with the NAP Hellfire sleeves. I was kind of not sure how I was going to like that, but so far I did a test shot at home, 20 and 30 yards, and my grouping definitely got tighter. So I brought a lot of arrows out today, and we're just going to do some testing on them. Also, I have a new mount for my bow that's going to allow me to put my GoPro in the front. So that's going to help as far as when I'm filming, if I get a shot on a deer or whatever it is I'm hunting. Hopefully it's going to be a better line of sight, and I can follow the animal with the bow, which is kind of what you should be doing anyway, following up, moving yourself as the deer runs, or whatever animal you shoot as it's running. You kind of want to follow, like you keep your aim and you kind of follow with it. It helps you to be able to see, and you don't have to lose sight of the animal while you're adjusting yourself. So I'm going to mount the camera up on the front of the bow, and we're going to take some shots, and we will see what our groupings look like. See you in a bit. Alright guys, so I'll go ahead and show you the arrows. These are the original design. Okay, these are the Pile Driver DS Hunters. They're 250-400 spine arrow. They've been flying so true for me, and I'm only using a 100 grain bullet tip on them. But they fly great. They've always done good, but I noticed some of the fletchings were coming off, and looked into what's going to take to get some more, and I think I got the last set that our area had in stock without ordering some online. I'll continue to order them. I love the arrow, but I did notice that, okay, I'm going to refletch some. Well, took the same arrow, same tip, and then tuned the arrow with these NAP. These are the NAP Hellfires quick fletch. Now, I always go a little above and beyond, so each one of these arrows, I actually put a broadhead on it, set the broadhead the way it's supposed to be, and then I tuned the fletching according to the blades of the broadhead, and the same thing with the nock. And then after I put the fletching on, even though you're only supposed to have to shrink it on, I go over the tip right here, and I take either a little bit of clear nail polish, I'm sure my dad will love to hear that one, or a little super glue gel, and I rub it so that the gap, there's a little bit of a gap on the front side, and it closes it up. It makes it smooth, and I think that helps a little bit. The back I don't really worry about because, I mean, that's not that big a deal. So I'm going to shoot some of each and do some ranging, and we're going to see exactly how well the Hellfires compare to the originals. I was happy that they shot the same, but then I noticed as I went at home on my foam target at home, I actually started getting a closer grouping with the new ones. So if that's the case out here in an open range where we have some wind, I am definitely going to refletch. I've got another 8 of those fletches, so I've decided if that's the case, I am going to go with 3 sets of 4, and that's what we're going to do. So anyways, I'm going to attach this on there, and we'll keep you updated. Bye. Alright, so we're here at the 20-yarder, even though the rangefinder says it's 23. So we're going to first shoot the originals, and I'm pretty sure the rangefinder set more accurately than the actual targets. So I'm going to shoot it for 23 yards as my rangefinder says, and we'll take a look. So this one we'll go bullseye with this one. Alright, this is the older ones. There's one. I guess we're doing these in groups of 4. I already did one shot at 30. I'm thinking that the new fletchings are a little bit of an improvement. I'm not going to say they're drastic, but I think they're pretty good. I'm trying to take my time and aim slowly because I want to give this the best option I can. Alright. Oh, that one fell over. If you're wondering why I keep bending over, it's because my quiver only holds 4 arrows and I'm shooting 8, so some I had to sit on the ground. Alright, let's go take a look. Alright, so we shot for 23. 2 touching the red. Well, technically 1 touching the red. But all within the 10 ring except for 1 flyer. And all of those released pretty good. So I'm going to say the 1 arrow to the left on the lower is a flyer. but the other ones stayed in a decent group. It's about a 3-inch group for the other 3. So I'll collect these, and then we'll go back and reset up for the new arrows. Alright, so we're back, set up, same spot. There's the old arrows. So now we're going to see what the new fletchings do at the same target, and hopefully we can notice the improvement enough to where it satisfies the need for the new ones. So, because I kind of like them. I like the way they fly. They seem to keep straight, so. And hopefully the sound has gone down with my new pieces on the bow. That one's there. That one's there. Like I said, as an archer with some wind blowing, it's not bad wind, about 5 to 8 miles an hour. Yes, and heavier winds. If any of you guys have not shot archery, keep in mind heavier winds means overcompensating for the direction of the wind. So, but today I'm kind of straight on. And right now I'm just trying to get everything inside the black ring, because that inside that black ring is a 6-inch ring, which to me represents about the kill zone you need to be in. Alright, let's go take a look. They're all touching the ring, but I'm not. I don't know. Like, the groupings seem good, but maybe my arm's dropping. The other ones are all 3, and then you got this one as a flyer, and so maybe, I don't know, we'll try this again, see if it's a flyer or if it's actually a me dropping. Because the other ones are super tight. I mean, that's a hellacious grouping. I mean, look at that. Almost shaved the fletching off the new one, so we don't want to do that. So we'll go back and we'll do one more with these. Alright, so this time, instead of grouping in the center, let's see how each arrow is on its own. We're going to shoot the 4 corners. Let's see how that one does. Okay, I let that one go. That one's going to be my fault. I could actually see my my bow drop a little bit as I release, so that one's going to be my fault. So I'm guessing actually these did do better, but I probably dropped the ball myself on that first shot earlier, just like I did on this first shot, which is not cool. Because all of a sudden, except for that one shot, from here it kind of looks like I'm exactly where I need to be. Alright. The wind has definitely picked up. I don't know if you guys can see the trees and the the ground, even the brush on the ground's moving. So, all three in the kill zone. One dead, bullseye. All the other ones are within baseball and softball size. So, yeah, I mean, even though this one flew out sideways pretty good, it's still in the ring even though I dropped. Meaning if my arm wouldn't have dropped as I pulled, I would have probably, that one probably would have center punched. So, alright, we'll do one more set and call it quits. Alright, so we moved over to a 30-yarder, and this is a little bit longer range, and the wind's good. So we're definitely going to aim for the center, and we're going to do all 8 arrows real quick. So here's the originals. Arrow 1. Ooh, that actually hit pretty good. Arrow 2. Now I will notice, I'll put you if I could slow this thing down on the computer, that these arrows as they're flying with the originals, you can see them curving, which is an indicator of something I had seen before on one of the online guys. I think it was Ranch Fairy was talking about how when your fletchings and your arrow tunes, you can fletch it and it looks really good for 20 yards, but then you go outside 20 yards and all of a sudden you start seeing that arrow curve. Like I said, right now we're actually at 32 yards, so I'm aiming for just the top of the center because I'm using my 30-yard pin. But and I've noticed one of them curve worse than the other 3, or the other 2. Now we're fixing to do the 4th one, and we'll see how that works. Hopefully this thing is a lot quieter than the last time you guys watched the video. Alright, let's go take a look. See how our grouping looks at 30 yards. So, and the idea of the new fletching is the fact that it's supposed to turn the arrow faster, therefore correcting that curve, that arch, faster. But I'm going to tell you, let me see, I guarantee I know which one did the curve. This one here, because look how tight these are. So that tells you these arrows are actually tuned better for 30 yards than they were for the first group at 20. Alright, let's pull these and see how the other ones do. Alright, so now we're going to do the new fletchings over here at the 30. Let's see what kind of grouping we get on these. These don't have to move as much. I got them all in the quiver. One. So I don't know, I don't know if these have a better advantage or not, but they don't seem to curve as much. They almost seem to fly straighter. Of course, the straighter you fly, the less resistance. I don't know if you pick up any FPS or not. I haven't gone that far into the research. I'm sure different people have different concepts of it online. That one I felt curve out. That's because I tilted the bow. Alright, I actually shot those pretty quick, so I had more rest in between the other ones, but they looked to fly straighter, so even if my aim moved slightly because of my arm, they flew straight. But I hate to say it, it looks horrible at 30. We may reshoot those because I don't know if that's my arm or what. We'll be back. Alright, so we're going to try those again, but we're going to give myself a minute in between each arrow because the simple fact that's what I did with the other ones, and it may just be rapid firing. I don't know, we'll see. You know, you try everything to see what the difference is. I know one time I shot this batch and everything looked really good, and I just shot a batch that looks like I don't know if I want to take them hunting at all. Alright, arrow one. Alright, take me a minute. Also, it could be because I tried to rush it, I don't know. Alright, arrow two. Yeah, unfortunately, shooting groups with archery is not an easy concept as far as comparison goes, due to the fact that your arm gets tired after shooting a few of them, and you never do get the exact pressure points, muscle relaxation, or anything else. So keep that in mind when you're shooting to choose your arrows. Arrow three. The head on that was a little loose. There we go. Okay. Rest my arm for a second. Alright. And arrow four. Alright. Now, the last one I dropped. I said I wasn't going to, but I did. I mean, I dropped bad. I don't know what happened. My wrist did some kind of weird jerky thing at the last second, and I'd already started to squeeze that trigger. So I don't know, I got a bullseye with it, and I got one close. I'm not satisfied with them. Let's try the four corners. Alright, now we're going to try the four corners, because I had better luck with shooting these independently than trying to do the group, and I don't know why. But we'll try it, see what it does. I don't know if today's going to be a learning day or if it's going to be a I don't know yet day. So, alright, bottom right. Well, it hit the corner. It didn't hit directly on. A little to the left. And my wrist strap. There we go. Across to the, let's see, that was bottom right. I'm going upper left. All right. Ooh. Man. See, that's what happened a while ago. My shoulder gave a little bit and my wrist popped. Huh. Let's try that again. Yeah, see, okay, my arm's dropping. My arm's getting tired. Why? Because I did not shoot enough this year. All right, well, we're going to continue on. I know I lost that one, so upper right. Where'd that one even hit? Yeah, my shoulder is just moving around. Lower left. Also, guys, keep in mind these bags swing after the first shot, so it's not going to be exact anyways, but I know if I've hit where I'm supposed to hit. My two lower ones hit exactly where they're supposed to hit pretty much. The two upper ones, my shoulder dropped in the middle of the bag moving, and at the same time the release was off. So, but you can see, I mean, it's death. That's actually probably a kill. It's touching the black, but it's not perfect. This, I just lost an arrow and watched a deer run away. Alright, well, enough for the shooting today. We'll keep this up another time. I've got to get over to where the blind goes. See you in a little bit. Alright, so I'm standing about 5 yards behind the 35-yard mark, so we're going to shoot 40. I ranged it. I decided, you know what, I'm going to try one thing real quick before I go, and that was to see if the distance is making a difference with my arrows with the new fletching. So yeah, we're going to stand right here. We're going to shoot all 4, and I'm just going to aim for the center and see what we do. That one, I can't see, my eyes are a little blurry today. And yeah, if you guys want to look at the tree, you can see that we got some wind. Not a ton of wind, but enough. Enough to make a difference. So, good thing is now, I think it's blowing directly at me. I'm also having to watch that level. That one I released off to the side. So I'm expecting one to be a weird. Alright, I don't expect these to really be all that good. I just wanted to see if I'm hitting close to it on the 40. My shoulder's still tired. I did brake job, changed the calipers on the Jeep yesterday, and trying to get stuff ready before opening day. Well, I got all of them in the white except for one that I told you flew to the right. So, I mean, it ain't terrific, but I can tune on that a little bit. Plus the wind's picked up pretty good. Alright, we're done shooting for the day. I will catch you back up in a little bit. Alright, so back in the Jeep, fixing to head over to where we put the blind up every year. I don't know how that's going to go though, because I don't know if you guys can see out here. Got some cloud cover coming in, there's wind blowing in. I don't want to get caught in the woods in a bunch of storm activity, so I don't know, we'll go and see what it looks like, but no guarantee that we'll be able to get out of the vehicle. Oh well, it's part of hunting. It is still nice out though. Alright, we'll see you guys here in a little bit. So we're here, and I'm getting the blind unloaded. Oh. So, you know, you're getting old when everything makes you tired. There we are. All right. All right. So we're gonna head straight out and hopefully get everything set up where we were last year. I'll catch you up in a few minutes. I don't know if you can see through here. The Jeep. I'll point it out there. And the Jeep's about 150 yards straight ahead. Alright, the deer come through. There's just a path, 2 or 3 paths that converge right here. And they come through here and they walk out and they feed in these beans. Last year was corn, this year's beans. I've got a ton of them on video. They come through here and walk back, and you guys can see my camera's right there. It's taking pictures of me now, but you can see the trails coming through here, coming through here, coming back through here, coming back through here. So there's a lot of trails that come right through here. I mean, I walked over deer tracks on the way in, and you see my camera's there right here where you see this down timber and these sticks, and there's like a brick wall that used to be part of a grist mill or something here. I don't know what it was, but I put my blind right inside there, and it's a 360 degree view. I've got windows, I've got a clear see-through. You watch my other videos, you'll see it. And you got a ridge back there, bedding over in that area. So when the wind's blowing just right, you want the wind blowing into the field here, because they come out of the woods to go into the field, and I'm trying to catch them as they come out this way. And in the evening I want the wind blowing back into the woods, because I want to catch them coming back in from when they cross through the come back from the different fields, and then come back into the blind and come walking right up on me. So I'm gonna get you guys set up, and I'm gonna start putting the blind up. See you in a few. Alright, so we pretty much got the ground cleared out a little bit. I went over about I don't know, about 15-20 yards, and used the machete and made a mock rub and a mock scrape. I actually urinate in that mock scrape to begin with, and then as I come in and out, I will start leaving scent. I use either the tanks or the scent powder, and I'll put it there, and I'll actually make a licking branch up here close to the edge of the bean field. I do that because this is the area last year I encountered a really big buck, and it wasn't until the rut season. So, but for now, let's just go ahead and get this blind put up. We'll leave this nice. I love this sapling, this tree. It's perfect. Gives me a handle. All right. And now this is the rhino blind. I believe it's the, I think the 180. Let's see. This one is, I know it's the see-through one. Just forget the number on it. I'm pretty sure it's the Rhino 180. But either way, like I said, it's got 360 degree view, and it also has a quiet entry door. It's not a zipper. It uses
backpack style clips. So let's get her set up. Let the spiders decide to get out of here when they get done. Well, it's actually up, but now we got to decide which direction we want to set it in. I know this year I definitely wanted to turn it slightly. Last year we put the door facing the south, and which was good, but I ended up having a lot more noise coming from that direction all the way to this direction than I did from this side. So I want to put the available windows, the constant open ones, that direction, which are the seed rooms. And I think that's going to give me that 360 or that 180 view that way. I still have this drop one here and this one on the back side that'll allow me to kind of keep a hold of what's going on. But this will ensure me an easy access point, and I think that'll help. Because I had deer last year back there, and all I had was this little window. I very rarely had anything from this side, any noise or anything, so most of them were coming out of their direction, coming this way. Occasionally you have some that come up this direction, but I mean, I always have this window. So right now I want to see. Yeah. Kind of liking this setup here. Okay. Yes. That's going to be just perfect. There. All right. Well, guys, the blind is in a good position, and I don't know if you guys want to see, but this is the way it looks on the outside. All right, we'll go around all 4 ways. I'm going to tuck it right into this spot here. That's the way it looks out here. Here is my mock scrape rub. And that's what you do. You just mark each side of the tree pretty good. Scrape the bark off of it, clear out, leave the shavings. And that's, I just urinate at the base of it. And this is the way the blind looks from here. You can see, you really can't see in it. And then I'll show you the way it looks back over here. See, I got my handle here. That's going to work out great. I've got a spot over here that, like, I can always put some gear if I had to in this corner. And this is what it looks like here. But here's why I like, this is the first one that did this. These rhino blinds, as far as I know. I think I was told that. But here's what it looks like on the inside. You see? You got that clear spot there. Oh yeah. I'll get in here and opening day and move some of this around. But you know, I can still hunt that field. All I gotta do is drop this, and I still got mesh. It's still hard to see through, especially if the back's blinded out. So you got that window with mesh, your see-through windows that are floor to ceiling, all the way around. And if I had to, I can always open this gun window back here. Got a gear pocket, and I've got my tag on there. Alright, so let's go back out here. Perfect. Grab the handle. Oh yeah, I'm liking it like this. I think I'll have more angles to shoot because I get more deer coming from this direction back here. I usually have them coming from here as far as all the noise, and right over here, that big tree right there that my finger's touching, that tree is where that buck walked past me last year. And he came from there and he walked right through there, and I was hoping he would keep going this way because I have a shooting lane here. But he walked into that thick crap and went that way. And about 5 seconds after he turned, while I was trying to get my bow up, all I could see was his tail. And then he just disappeared into the thick. But that was my fault. I was on the phone. So, on the other side there is a low-lying area that has some water that sits there, so a little bit of a water source after rain. And then you got this open area here. And I think they come in here and they probably forage in bed.
And we're underneath a bunch of oaks and black walnut. So, I mean, this is a good sit for the most of the year, most of the season. Spencer's good until they clear all the field out, and then you got a butt ton of bird hunters over there. And like I said, if I had to sit here during the gun season, I can aim. I got a really good lane right there. It goes almost 200 yards. There's a ridge right down there, and there's a creek about 100 yards that direction. So anyways, I'm going to get back to tying everything down, and once I get everything set, I will get you guys caught up. We'll see you in a little bit. Mosquitoes are starting to get pretty bad. Alright guys, we brushed in the blind a little bit. I'm not going to brush it in a ton because, in all honesty, I don't think it matters that much. I mean, deer see shapes and they see edges. So what I do is I brush the edges so I don't have as many sharp edges, and leave leaves sticking out on the edge. Is what it does is for the deer, the wind blows, the leaves blow, and then everything kind of looks the same. Like I said, last year I had them walk right by on camera in here. This one corner has got enough branch pieces. It's a little noticeable, but the majority of them are coming from the other side. But so I'm done with that part. Now got to leave it sit for about 5 days, 3 to 5 days, and they should be used to it. I had deer last year showed up literally the same night that I finished setting it up, so we will see. But I'm going to head back out to the Jeep because I am getting eaten alive by mosquitoes to the point I will probably look like I have mumps or measles later. So I will catch you guys up here in a little bit. Alright, so I don't know if you guys can see this on the video or not, but I turned around as we're leaving. I can actually see the blind. I can. But the reason I can is because I know exactly where it's at. I can see the orange flag, and I know what the shape is supposed to be. But without knowing it, like, it's not even visible. And we're 40 yards. I mean, I'm in the bean field. I'm 40 to 45 yards from the blind. The deer come right through the bypass the blind and into this bean field, and they eat all out in here. So that's why I put that blind there. Alright, I just figured I'd show you guys how well it does hide it. Alright, we'll catch you up in a minute. Alright, well guys, we're back at the Jeep. This is going to end our day. Everything got put together. Everything looks good. Spencer, where we have the stand at, I ended up jumping 3 deer, including 1 buck that was 5 to 6 feet away from me when I jumped him. So that shocked me and scared the heck out of both of them, I'm sure. I didn't jump any deer here, but here where we put the blind up, I had a ton of sign. And it is a bean field, and like I said, last year I had a pretty good encounter with a big buck. So that's just par for the course, so to speak. So I don't know where I will be opening day. I'm thinking I kind of want to go over there to the stand. I haven't hunted that stand in a while, and with it being so thick with overgrowth, if the wind is right, I would think that would be probably the best option. But, you know, you never know. So, either way, you got a lot of farm fields, a lot of agriculture fields. You got corn for food on one side, beans on the other side. So it's, you know, I'm hunting over 2 different areas that are definitely good for a food source. I guess I'll see as it gets closer to that day what the weather's going to be and what the traffic looks like as far as people and other hunters. I'll probably go with whatever's going to look like it's going to be the most predominant. is usually the first 3 days of hunting is going to be the best, and then after that it's a competitive march to see who can get where they're going to go next. But anyways, until then, I hope everybody's out having a good time. I hope you guys are all doing what I'm doing, getting everything ready for your opener. Some of you guys I already know have started your opener. Congratulate some of the guys on Hunting Public. You know, some of the people I watch online, they've already started getting their deer in there. And I think Caitlin Moss already got her Kentucky hunt in and a buck there. So but ours doesn't open till the 30th of September, and that's the good thing. Everybody here starts at the same time except for the CWD areas. Other than that, I wish you all well. I appreciate you coming along with me. If you like the content, please hit the subscribe, share it. I look forward to seeing you guys next time, and until then, get outdoors, get living, and we'll see you next time on God the Outdoors.